All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the Detroit Lions in tonight's video because this team is clearly special. And now Kansas City finally lost a football game, and I think everyone would agree Detroit is currently the best team in the National Football League. They're 23-7, including playoff games, since the beginning of last year. They've beaten 3 teams by over 38 points this season. Their point differential at plus 15.9 points per game is on pace to be the second best mark in the NFL since at least 2000, behind only the 2007 New England Patriots. And I was doing some thinking, and I saw that the Detroit Lions emerged as Super Bowl favorites over Kansas City right now. And I know my Lions fans watching this don't want to get quite there, but I'll get quite there for you guys because this team reminds me a lot, but in a better way, of the 2022 Kansas City Chiefs team. I mean that defensively. And Alex Anzalone, we're going to get through these injuries, but nobody's really talking about this Detroit Lions defense. The offense clearly, they're on an 8-game winning streak. They've beaten 7 playoff contenders. They had 38 first downs. They had 640 yards of offense against Jacksonville last Sunday. Like, no one's worried about their offense, right? So I want to talk about this. Welcome back to the channel. Obviously, we're talking about the Detroit Lions. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. If you do guys want daily Lions videos, I will pin my Lions channel in the comment section. We're so close to 1,000 subs. Thank you for everyone who has done that. But if you could try and get this one to 500 likes, folks, that would mean the absolute world to me. So once again, I know Lions fans, I know you guys don't want to get too far ahead of yourself. And I remember you guys saying that last year after a hot start as well. And, Detroit ultimately almost probably should have made the Super Bowl. In 2022, the Kansas City Chiefs defense, specifically their secondary, was extremely young. So obviously right now, Detroit's defense, no Emmanuel Mosley, no John Kaminsky, no Melifonwu, no Derek Barnes, no Marcus Davenport, no Aiden Hutchinson, no Carlton Davis banged up, and now no Alex Anzalone for a couple of weeks. And so when you look into the statistics, and once again, they've taken out 7 playoff teams. Detroit currently ranks 5th in points allowed. There we go. Only giving up 17.7 points per game. 12th in the league in yards allowed at 327. They've also had really good success on third down. They're holding teams to a league low conversion rate on third down at 30.4%. And they also have the 3rd best red zone defense at 42.9%. And the reason I'm even just bringing this up is because the Lions secondary, prior to Aiden Hutchinson's injury and prior to Davenport and all those guys we even mentioned, was a youthful defensive back secondary group. Brian Branch, phenomenal stud right now. We have rookies, Terrion Arnold, Ennis Rakestraw. Kirby Joseph has 7 freaking interceptions, but he's only in his 3rd year. And it reminds me so much of that Kansas City Chiefs defense in 2022 because that was the first year I was covering the NFL on this channel, and I would make a ton of Chiefs videos because they did very well. But the big concern, and by the way, they weren't winning games like Detroit is currently winning. But even against some really good teams like, the Houston game, that was crazy. Even my Packers, the Minnesota Vikings, Seahawks, week 1 against the Rams, week 3 against Arizona. It's not like it's all blowouts. And people were kind of hesitant about that Kansas City Chiefs team winning it all because there was no Tyreek Hill. They had a rookie running back in Isaiah Pacheco. Like Juju was wide receiver 1. So I get it. Jared Goff isn't Patrick Mahomes, and I'm sure I'll see a couple of comments about that, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm not concerned that the Detroit Lions offense is in Super Bowl caliber because they clearly are. People were concerned about that young defensive back group. I believe Trent McDuffie was a rookie, Brian Cook was a rookie, and Justin Reed at the end of the game, they won I think 10 of their last 11 games or something crazy like that, the Chiefs that year, but they were all very close. A lot of these games came down to the final quarter, I guess most NFL games. But if you wanted to nitpick the Detroit Lions defense, you're probably going to pinpoint the young defensive back. Terrion Arnold's had a couple of penalty issues in his rookie season, but Amik Robertson's been phenomenal. Kirby Joseph has been phenomenal. Brian Branch has been more than phenomenal. Carlton Davis, lockdown cornerback 1. And I remember Justin Reed saying at the end of that football season, saying, you guys aren't rookies anymore. It's time to play. It's time to perform. And now in the last couple of years, the Kansas City Chiefs and by the way, their youngsters perform very well in the regular season and even better in the playoffs. They're like one of the best defense back rooms in the NFL, and they're even cutting guys like L'Jarius Sneed loose. So my point is, this just, and I get it as maybe just kind of a stupid little rant, little bit of a yap session. This Lions team just reminds me very much of that young defensive back room in Kansas City 2 years ago. And they ultimately, as we know, have won the last 2 Super Bowls. Now, what people are freaking out about now, or actually Lions fans aren't even freaking out. You guys aren't even freaking out because of how much talent, depth, and quality of coaching you have. Aaron Glenn's done a phenomenal job. But Alex Anzalone, injured, right? And it sucks because he was third on the team in tackles with 56, tied for the team league in tackles for loss at 7. He had four pass deflections, 66.8 PFF grade. That was 30th in the NFL. Very good in coverage. He was the 10th best guy in coverage that season, or prior to that injury this season. And so now it's time for dudes to even step up more. And it's just like the Aiden Hutchinson injury that was many moons ago, but I guess it was probably only like a month and a half max. It haven't really felt it. They haven't lost a game since Aiden Hutchinson got injured, so guys are just stepping up. And Malcolm Rodriguez is going to have to step up in absence of Alex Anzalone. 2 years ago, when he was a rookie, he started 15 games. He's not, as leader, as polished as Alex Anzalone is, but he's like really solid as well. Especially in coverage. Per PFF, he's got the 12th highest overall grade amongst linebackers. He owns the 6th highest run defense grade, 19th highest coverage grade. Your linebacker coach, I can't think of his name right now, he said he's a starter in the NFL. I totally agree. And even Jack Campbell, like, once I got a comment in our Lions video a day or two ago, and somebody said, like, I wonder when people will talk about this defense, because everyone's obviously, 52 points. You just put up like 645 yards of offense. You're breaking offensive records. You're having games where you have, just crazy statistics is my point. But guys like Jack Campbell, Ryan Branch, Lee McNeil, these guys are balling out. Jack Campbell leads the team in tackles at 78. Among all qualified, and I got these statistics from Colton Pouncey over on The Athletic, great article. Among qualified linebackers, Jack Campbell is the 3rd highest PFF defensive stop rate, 12.6%. His overall PFF grade, 75.7, 11th amongst all linebackers. Run defensive grade, 10th amongst all linebackers. His coverage grade, 15th amongst all linebackers. So, like I said, Lions fans aren't even really freaking out about these because Hutch will be back in the Super Bowl when you guys make it, or I'll knock on wood for you guys. Alex Anzalone can be back in a few weeks for San Francisco. Carlton Davis, still playing, but he's banged up. Guys are coming back, like Malcolm Rodriguez. My point is, dudes are just stepping up. This is one of the most talented rosters by far in the NFL. You could argue it's number 1. And most importantly, their coaching quality and Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, and head coach Dan Campbell, but even getting deeper to the more specific groups, it's A+. It's A+. So I really feel like it is the Detroit Lions season. Now I get it. It's only November 20th. There's a lot of football to be played. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourselves, so I'll get ahead of yourselves for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Check out that Lions video down below and give me your thoughts on this Detroit Lions team sitting here at 9-1, winners of 8 straight. We'll see you before Sunday. Thank you for watching. Peace.